What's up, everybody? Gabe here with the charts this evening on Thursday, June 26th. We're going to go through the setups here, starting as always with the broad market. Right? We've got to look at the broad market so we can get a good idea as to what the big picture is in the markets. What's the big money doing out there, right? And SPY allows us to take a peek as to what the big money is doing out there. You can kind of look at SPY like it's kind of like the cards that you're dealt, right? You're playing poker, you're trying to beat the other hands, but for the most part, you can never, leverage too heavy if your hand's shit. So SPY, we're just looking at the hand that we're dealt. And overall with the market, we've been strong this last 3-4 days. Had that strong breakout candle. We broke out of that range, that little 600 to 590 range, and we've just been trending ever since. This was a beautiful little contraction, little range right here. And we just exploded out of it. And we went straight to 611, which, guys, that marks all-time highs on SPY. We touched them today. Impressive. Just, impressive move. Same from QQQ. Big breakout. We've got that move from, 525 up to 545. A nice little 25-point move. A great trade that a lot of people capitalized on, and it set up some opportunities in the market. Now, going forward, SPY, QQQ, they could continue. They could blow off another 20, 30 points. It's possible. Is it probable? That's hard to say. When we look back here in the past, always look back at past chart data. When we had trends in the past, very rarely do we just blow off. You look at one here. Nice little trend, right? We popped out of it. We ran a little bit. Same here. We popped out of it. We ran from, 560 up to 590. 30 point. We did it here. But at no point in the last year have we seen this thing just nonstop, just go. And so what does that tell us? That tells us that we should be looking for more of that sideways. We should look for what usually follows these little blow-off moves, which is this sideways action that we get right here. This sideways action we get right here, right here, right here. That's what we're looking for out of this last 20-point move. Nothing different. Let's see some sideways action in the SPY. Let's see some sideways action in the QQQ. Getting into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, kind of an interesting comparison here from Bitcoin to SPY. Bitcoin was not able to break out of the last month channel. It's still very much inside that range of the last month. Is it getting ready to make a move? Possibly. Is it going to keep chopping inside this range? Also very possible. But either way, this is constructive, and this is something to pay attention to here on Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin. Really, I look at other stocks that resemble Bitcoin. MicroStrategy usually being the go-to. MicroStrategy, I like this contraction in the stock here. I see a very clear level at 400 that I might look to capitalize on. If Bitcoin can break out of that range, I might look at capitalizing on a trade from 400 to that 425 in MicroStrategy. I like the way it's setting up. Definitely keeping an eye on it. This is an option type of play, of course. If you're getting into something like MSTR, this type of stock is expensive. Options are pretty expensive. The options move quick. Not a beginner-friendly play by any means. Just letting you guys know and giving you some context on the type of charts that I'm looking for. MSTR resembles it, okay? I see clear levels in this chart. Here's a clear level that we rejected. Right here, we rejected. Right here, we rejected. And then up here, we were able to, what it looks like, form some support on it. Not once, but twice. Right here. And I like the way we've held that 350 level. So keep it an eye on MSTR. If Bitcoin breaks range, if the market continues with a full head of steam, I like that move from 400 to 420 in MSTR to capitalize on. I'll keep an eye on it. SMCI. We highlighted this one yesterday. We went through it. I said that if it went without me, I wouldn't be upset. And, that's kind of what we're getting here. SMCI is another day, another strong day, 4 or 5% on good volume. It's broken out of that recent channel, and it started to become a little bit of a breakout chart here. Look at this $45 level. Lots of rejections, lots of candles touching that and fading. We finally just blew through it. Keep an eye for a 45 retest. If we could get a pullback, if we could get some sideways contraction, kind of like we talked about yesterday, something like this. And then maybe a little stair step action right here. Maybe go down, put in a higher low, and then work our way back up here. We could go for something kind of like that, a little pattern similar to that. We could get a nice breakout and maybe another 5 to 10 points out of SMCI. Stay patient with it. Nothing to chase at this point. At this point, it would be chasing on SMCI. But good looking move so far. NNE. Nice little stall day today. Nothing really noteworthy on this. Thoughts are unchanged from yesterday's video. Still looking for some more sideways. Continue this really constructive channel right here. Just continue this channel. See if we can't just put in some higher lows and some lower highs and keep working our way up to that all-time high. Thoughts unchanged. Still have an added position. Just keeping our watch. Moving into SLDP. This was really the winner from today. A pretty good trade today. I was able to get my entries in early this morning, like a lot of people did. Kind of presented a good opportunity this morning to get in. Yeah, we've got new highs in this channel for SLDP. Love to see this. There's our candle right there. Okay, we had to refresh. Yeah, SLDP was just a great candle today. Off that 190, we hit 230 today. That's a strong 40 cent move. In a $2 stock. And look at the volume. Supported with great volume. So what do we want to see here? If you got it, great. If you captured the move, great. If not, that's fine. It doesn't matter, right? Because what we're looking for now is the bigger picture on this. Once again, I really doubt SLDP has another day like today, tomorrow. It just goes another 20% tomorrow. It could. It's highly unlikely. Let's see this right here. Let's get something like this right here. And then we're looking good. We're looking really good on this one. Okay? So don't get fear of missing out. The way to never have fear of missing out is just to switch that belief to a belief of there's endless opportunities, right? Okay, I missed one today, that's fine. There's more opportunities tomorrow. There's more opportunities the next week. right? So never feel like you have to chase or you have to capture these moves because there's always going to be more. All right, so SLDP, keeping it on watch. Let your winners ride if you're in this already. If not, stay patient for an entry. Stay patient for a $2 retest. Other people will be doing the same. It's a good looking chart. SLUN, the new one to the list today. This is an AI name, technology, software name. Good volume recently, great contraction. What's noteworthy on this chart is all the moving averages that are just diverging together, right? Every moving average on my page here is starting to get really tight. And these last 3 days of trading have been A, on huge volume, B, good range, meaning that they've moved, more than $1, close to $1 each day. And they've done that while contracted within these moving averages. Look at that. That's tight, right? That tells me price it's coiled up. Price is in a tight range right now. And this is going to have my attention. This is going to have a lot of traders' attention. This little channel right here. Sir, that's a noteworthy channel. Now, when we get this type of contraction, we have to be cognizant that we could break to the upside or the downside. Okay? As traders, we have to be able to go with the flow. We have to be able to mold our strategy based on what the chart presents. And I see clear levels here below and above. Above 1050, there's range, and below $9, there's range for this to move. And that's what I'm looking for. Get outside of that zone, set up, and capture a move, okay? Keeping an eye on SLUN for a trade. RGTI, another AI, computer hardware, computing stock, forming a tight range. It's been a while since I traded RGTI. I traded it on this candle right here. Right there. Nice little 30% day. And the stock options went, almost 1,000%. Good volume. We had a huge move in the stock back here. From $10 to $14. And just like I preach, just like I talk about all the time, what do I want to see after a candle like that? Sideways. Let's go sideways for a while. And that's what we've got on our RGTI. We've gone sideways. Are we going to put in a higher low off this $10 candle? Let's see. It's worth skin in the game for me. So I took a small position in RGTI. Risk for me is about that $10.50, $10 range. But I like the sideways movement here. I like the contraction. And we'll look for this one to kind of shape up some more. But I've got a skin in the game position in RGTI. We'll see how it opens tomorrow. Again, risk below that $10 range is where we'll cut it. AISP, thoughts unchanged. Still looking for a little bit more sideways, a little bit more pullback. But volume's been good. We had an indecision type of candle today. Couldn't quite make up our mind. But yeah, AISP, also keeping it on watch. Also looking for some more contraction, some more sideways. And steady volume. And guys, that's it. That's all I got for today. Let's lock in Friday. No need to rush into anything. Definitely, ideally we see this market kind of pull back and chill just a little bit. We may not get it, but let's stay ready to attack the market either way. And that's all I got for you guys today. So good luck, guys.